Hi folks, once again, Mac and Naudine here with you, discussing a few tidbits and hints regarding marriage in close proximity. So the past few weeks, we've chatted about value systems, we've discussed how to handle conflict, we've discussed forgiveness, unforgiveness, we discussed emotional issues that prevents you from seeing your life partner through the eyes of Christ with love and compassion. We discussed all these issues. So today we're discussing building blocks. What are these building blocks that will help us the way forward in marriage?
So we want to try to help you to put into practice everything that you've heard in the last few weeks. So what I want you to do, I'm going to ask you to do three things for me. The first is that you as a couple sit opposite each other, that you interlock legs, and that you write down 5 values that became important to you as a couple during lockdown. One of the values might be we have to reinstate the value of respect. So the respect has become top of our list. Second on our list, and it doesn't have to be in a specific order, but I want you to identify 5 values true to you as a couple. The second thing I want, and you write it down, the second thing I want you as a couple to do is to revisit which traditions do we want to establish in a time like this and to build on even after lockdown. And what is it that we want to invest in our children so that they can build onto? The third thing is, I want you, so you wrote down 5 values, you wrote down which traditions you want to establish. So it's not traditions based on my family, the way I grew up, the way I'm used to stuff. It's not the way Mac is used to it. It's the us of it.
What we'd like you to do and to initiate.
The third thing is, I want you to draw on a piece of paper 8 building blocks and write in there, for the next week, you're going to focus predominantly on these 8 things. So you can decide, it's respect, it is the way we speak to each other. So make a combination of the values and the traditions and maybe add in something extra. But if I have to say to you today, you need to build a house that your marriage is going to keep strong for the next week to come. What are the building blocks that you want to build into your marriage building blocks for today? And those are the things I want you to go visit, revisit, and discuss throughout this week. But please bear in mind, how do we communicate? How do we handle conflict? How do we build each other emotionally?
So these are exciting little exercises. And you might think, oh my goodness, I have to own up to this. I have been lazy in house cleaning. So one of the building blocks that I want is cleanliness. I want a clean home. I want to do this and this every week. And you might have to own up on some stuff that you've lagged in. And that's not so easy for both male and female. And as we know, according to Ephesians 5, the husband represents Jesus in the marriage and the wife represents the church. So we take the knock first, guys. We have to say, okay, I own this. I need to improve in this area. If we want to make this a building block here on out, a value system, I own that I'm not as cleanly as I should be. So I'll keep this in this part of the room or in this house clean. That is my responsibility. That could be one of the things. Another thing is your screen time. We've touched on that in a previous episode. How much screen time do you have? Maybe you want to say, listen, we need more around the table meal time and chat. And if you have nothing to talk about, make a list. Write up points that you can talk about. And even though they're there, it doesn't matter. You can know you have thought this through. You want to engage with your partner, your life spouse, and your children.
I think what we're trying to say in a nutshell is we want to help you to be very intentional in the way you build. Marriage, family is not something that happens haphazardly. It is to be intentional and to put it into practice and keep practicing it until it becomes a norm in your family or between a couple.
It's been so nice to chat with you folks again. We'll see you next week again. Bye-bye.
Keep well.